Unit-5. Okay, we will start today with the fifth chapter, or you can say the second sections we are starting with, that is file system and stream generic. So what is actually the file system and streams? So it is nothing but whatever we are going to write. Till now we had seen that the inputs are given through the content or through the user, the developer, and we are not going to suppose to write or give the inputs at the output screen. So in order to get the input from the user or get the contents, so we are using the streams and file systems, which are mandatory and defined in C# in a very different format. Okay. So, and also one of the part that is generic, it is also, we had seen in Visual Studio. I have opened here Visual Studio. You can see my screen. Is it visible? Screen? Just reply in chat whether it is visible or not. Yes, in chat reply whether it is visible or not. Yes. Okay, fine. So we are having, just I have given the project name as a system stream. So let it be, I am creating it. It is taking some more time. After this we will see. So what is that file stream and system? File system and streams are, we are just defining some streams and with the system.io.namespace. So that namespace are related to your class, your structure, and delegates, enum, and these keywords. But initially we had seen many of the keywords like virtual keyword, then base keyword, seal keyword, then serializable keyword, abstract keyword, interface keyword. So like that, similarly, we here also we are having some system IO space, name, class, delegates, and also the structure. So similarly, when we are moving further one by one, I will show you with the example and with the projects also, okay, how that system works for each and every parameter, or in a, you can consider for writing or filling the data or making updation in the data. So how I am going to create over there in my file. Yes, so we will move on further. That is nothing but the next point we are having in our this chapter is the first point, that is streams and system IO namespace. So stream, here I have given only in general description that system.io namespace consists of IO related class, structure, delegates, and enumerations. These three classes can be used to write, read the data files. Yes, or you can write the data and read the files, or your data streams. Okay, you can do the data streams also. It can also contains the classes for files and directory supports also. So similarly, when I'm saying that these namespaces are to be considered, so there are many of the you can say classes which are resides in your system.io namespace. In system.io namespace, we are having many of them. Here you can see using system. So system, then system.collections.generic. So generic part we are going to see later on. But here right now, system.link, system.test. So similarly, we are using some classes which are in IO namespace. That system.io namespace, there are some classes. So which classes are there? So there are numerous of the classes which we are going. Suppose you can say a binary reader, binary writer. So what they are doing, it is used to write and read the primitive data types. Okay. So similarly, when I'm saying that, so classes are going to be generate, then that time I need to fetch that types of classes delegates through C#. So here we have some of the classes over here. Means I have just told you what is that class and its description over here. I have given, that is binary reader, binary writer, buffered stream, directory, directory info, directory not found exceptions, then drive info, drive not found exception, end of stream exception, error event arguments, files. So there are numerous of system.io namespace which we are using in order to read and write in order to read and write the data to the files or data stream. Okay, so here I have just shown you the some examples over here. In the, from these classes we are using only some of them for our what we can say, for our execution purpose, not all of. If you are feeling well good, then you can go for all these things, and but if you have time, then this type of file system here, file stream, file info, these contents we are mostly using because it is used to provide the properties and instance method, this file info. Then what we can say, I have just given you, I will bold it. So that will be used for creation, copying, deletion, moving and opening of the files. I mean, most of the time when we are saying that stream, input stream or output stream, IO or that is input output streams we are using in Java. So similarly here also, instead of the stream buffer, we are using this type of classes in order to copy, delete some content or update some content or moving that files from one place to another place. So that conditions we are going to use. Then file system, file stream, that is nothing but the stream of file that supports both synchronous and asynchronous read or write operation. Okay, so like this we are moving further. And similarly file system info we are also going to use, because for the directory purpose, for in order to updation deletion of a directory, we are using file system info. So what, how this class namespace is going to be done, with an example, with a program I'm going to show you. These are some, again, one more classes, because I have taken all these classes because it should be get remind that which class we have to use when we have whatever the condition is, when what the necessity is, then we are going for that particular class. Okay, so string reader, string writer, then text reader, text writer, these also we are going to fetch. Okay, now you can see I have just opened one example over here. Just will what will perform, I have given the system stream. So what I will do, with some examples for a function name, or you can say for a condition. For updation, it is not required right now. So we'll take for console IO. Here the namespace is system, assembly name is system.console.dll. That represent the standard inputs, outputs and error stream for console application. So just wait a minute. So here we have console IO, that is namespace, which we are using in our program. Again, the represent, which are going to represent the standard input, output and error stream for console application. And this class cannot be inherited over there. When console application starts, when whatever the application we are up till now we had done, it is a console application, isn't it? Because we are run on our console web form. We had open it on a console web form. So these are those applications we had run over there. They are the console application that starts with the operating system, automatically associates three IO streams with the console, that is standard input stream, standard output stream and standard error output stream. So your application can read user input from the standard input stream and write the normal data to the standard output stream. Yes, and whatever the error we are getting, it is going to be shown through the error output, or you can say standard error output stream. So this application, when we values over there, so it is displayed or it is given in these properties like console.in, console.out and console.error property. Okay, so here I have given one example with a statement like public static class console. So here the inheritance, that is the object, is nothing but your console. Here the object is nothing but your console. And similarly, when we say such type of console we are having, so there are some error event handling performing, then file system event handling is also going to be performed, and renamed event handling system is also going to be performed over there with some memory. We can you can say with utilization of the memory, and also with the read and write operations on the various console applications we are going to perform through console IO, that is input output. Yes, now here in this console input output, we are having some points, that is how to read, how to write, then how to update the files and directories in our system through, we can say, just wait a minute. Okay, sorry for the delay. Actually, there was some work. Okay, fine. Where we are, okay, the console application is nothing but we are providing some standard inputs, outputs, and some console applications for in order to updation, in order to take reading, writing operation for the files as well as for the directories. So moving further, I will just explain what is actual reading, writing, and updating files in the C hash. So whenever I'm going to read the file in C hash with the help of the console application, with the help of console IO. So we are provided with two static methods in order to read that file in C hash. The file dot read all text. This method opens the text file we are going to use in our program and read all the text in the file into a string and then close the file. So this is the entire process how I'm going to read the file. Then string, when you are going to read that file, you have to be careful that that file should be there in your giving path. Okay, whenever you are going to give the path, that time you should know the path of that file where it is located, what with .txt extension. Okay, that then the file read all lines means that that file where I'm so using read all text means it is reading all the text file. If I'm saying the file read all lines method opens text file, read all lines of the files into a string array, then close the file. This is the actually the following code I have given here. String lines, if it is present, then for each loop we are using, that is string line in line, whatever the console dot write line, in order to present that lines over in our application or in our file or the txt file, whatever we have, we are going to make it visible and readable. Okay, so with that I'm going to just take reading file as a project name. Okay, so just we will see for how to read the files. Just wait. So in order to read that file, we are assuming we are taking some of the conditions. So that is our we have given. I have given the read file namespace, that is your. Now I will call one default folder where I have kept my text that file static read only, because I want only read operation, that's why I'm using read only string, and I'm giving it as a main folder name, as a, or you can say a root folder. Okay, I'm considering it as a root folder. At the rate, in double quote, what I will do, I will take the location. What is the location of my system? I will prefer there is E drive, so I will take the E drive location. E slash, and if I want to write, if I want to take some data that should be present in that folder. So what I will do, I will take one folder with name temp. In that one folder, that is we'll consider that is data, supposed to be data. Okay, so this path I will make it temp slash data slash Okay. So this next one. Okay. So this is my path. Now, if I want to make that default fam to be stored and make sure whether that change this location file path to your file. So what I will do again, I will take the static read only string that text file, because I want to read a text file. So I am giving it as a text file that is at the location, same location. So just copy, paste over here, and here I will name that text file as a author dot txt, but it should be present over there. It should be present. So what I will do, I will copy some of the text, copy this of this text, put here, making a text file. Just okay, this is actually one of my file which I'm going to save. Okay, author name. Okay, just I will close it. What I will do, I have given location drives, then temp in that data and author.txt. You can directly give the txt file, no problem. But ensure that in that folder it should be present. Okay. Now what I will do in the main method, as I have just what you can say, I have just given that this read file all read line, this condition should get exist and it should be present. Just I want to read that file. Just that I want to read that file. So the condition is it should read all that file content, that is file dot read all text. It should be happen. So I will write over here in my main method, what if, yes, in that condition what I will do. Okay, before that I will just put one condition here in if condition, that is file dot file exists bracket text file, as I have taken. Okay, I will read that file. Take that file again. Here, in this condition, that text file condition should be mentioned. Means in order to read the entire file text, I have to present, or I have to pass one content, one string, that is string text, yes, equals to file dot read all. So first of all, I need to make using system so it is reading all the text, and what it is showing me, it should read all my text file. It should read my all text file. It is present over there. I will just console dot write line in bracket text. Okay, so this is your actual conditions where you are defining if. Now the condition should be present that file dot exists the text file. Then what need to be write? This all the conditions I am going to take. So I will just copy this, pasting over here. What I will write here, these are the lines file read. Here the text file, it is not considering because it's taking this. For each string line in lines, console dot write in line. So this is only the part we are going to do. Now, if I'm having one condition with if, this is for the if condition. What I will do again, if what I will do, file dot exist your text file. So later on, using stream reader. Yes, stream reader. You have to read that file. Stream reader file equals to new stream reader. So what it will do, it will read the files using the stream reader and read files line by line. That's why I have taken the stream reader file in order to read that file using the stream reader. Okay, now we'll make the condition. What if we have to be there? Int counter means at last it should get stopped somewhere. So I'm taking the counter count, you can say string of length. I don't know what is the length, I don't know. Okay, so for that condition, what I will do, I will take the while condition in order to then goes to file dot read line. That should not be null. That should not be null. If it is null, no use. I can't read that file. That file I can't read. So, condition in the while, that is console dot write line that ln counter. That is, I have just make that counter to be get to be get incremented in order and should get stopped when it is 0. It is going to be 0. Okay. Now what I will do, the console dot outer the counter, what I will do, I will close that file. I file dot close, because we have some condition that after reading we need to close that file. Yes, console dot write line, and in that what I will write, just file has counter lines. Or how many lines it is? It has. It will read up to that. Okay. Console dot read key. Okay, and here take no issue. It will make. So I will just save all. I need to read that build as started. So it is one by one, it is reading. How many times it has read? Three times it has been read. Okay, and the file has counter how many lines, it is not showing me. Why? Because it is saying that it is have some counter lines over there with some values, and it has some counter something over there. So what I will do, I will take here. Okay, there is a warning. Okay, saying that root folder has been used and it is not used anywhere. Okay, that should be taken into consideration. Fine. So, so no any issue. Let's see once again. Yes, it is reading my file. That file I have kept over here. Here in the author, I have taken these conditions. Or what I will do, I will remove all that contains. Just only this much part I will keep. Check what is happening with it. Yes, it is reading 3 times because there are 1 line, 2 line, and 3 line. Okay, line by line it is reading, and line by line it is saying that it is accounted with the 3 sub content, and 3 lines are encountered over there, and it is a complete 1 line. It is not, it is considering as a 1 line, but it is counting as in the 1 line. After that enter, it is showing that these lines are 3, having a counter value 3, and at when 0 it counters, it is showing nothing. Yes, it is getting stopped over there. So just what I will do, I will write here. So 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 okay, fine. But have you understand what is actually the read all text is going to consider? It is taking you one by one line and read it, and after the completion of each line, we are putting it as a file. Means that this code will make you to read that text only. You are going to read only that text on your machine, and you can say that you can give the full path, or you can give only the txt file path. No issue. Directly, if you are giving if it is directly present authors .txt file, then you can directly give that file. Okay, so just I will do taking it as in the comment. We'll check again whether it is showing some error. No, it is not showing. Okay, fine. Now the next point here is after reading, there should be a condition how to write. Yeah, that condition is nothing but in the PPT I have just explained whatever the code I have written over there. That one more way to read the text file is stream reader class that implement a text reader and read the character from a byte stream in order to in a particular encoding. So the read line method of stream reader reads one line at a time. Read files using a stream reader files, that is read file line by line using a stream reader. So I have created an instance of that file and provide the text file, whatever the file we had given the path, that file I have called over here, counter set to 0, string length I have given. If that not that read line is equals to 0, then I'm not going to show anything. If it is not, then I need to write that content you have to go with, and that counter should get stopped. And after that I have closed that file and written that file has encountered some of the lines, and that files will execute over there. Fine. So this was the part for your reading. Now we'll go for how to write the file in C hash. How to write a file in C hash. So for that purpose is it is similar to that, and according to reading, stream reader we used, and for writing we are using stream writer. Stream writer in C hash. Okay. So similar, I will create one new program. I will save it all. We'll make a new project, name it as a writing file. Okay, I will give name as a writing file, project name as a writing a file, I will say. So what actually we have here in the how to write, there are the two common ways to write the what you can say, the write a file or text file over there. So with writing a text file, we used to provide some conditions, with some conditions like when we have uh, a stream writer, then one of the common ways in order to create and write that file. When we are using a stream writer, the constructor takes a full file name and creates the file if it does not exit. So right here we don't require the files to be present, we are going to create over there. Okay, so when we are saying that using that stream writer, I'm going to call a constructor. Then the following code I have given here, you can see. So I'm going to use that file. Similarly, here the stream writer, instead of stream reader, I'm going to use the stream writer and creating the instance of that stream writer and writing something over there which will get reflected in my new file, which is going to be exist. I have not created, but it will exist when I'm going to create that file, and in that I'm going to write. Okay, so same conditions we are going to go for. So just wait, we'll make one thing. String file. provide path for it. The same path I'm going to provide. This is store the text file over there. So just in order to store that file with a name, I'm using with abc.txt. I'm saying abc.txt file. Okay. Consider the matter. String text equals to this is my and I am the student. So this is the text I want to be get reflected over there. Yeah. Now what I will do, I will just make that conditions file dot write all text. This text should be get written. So I am using write all text. What in that I need a file, comma, and text that should be written. And lastly, what I am going to write over here, console dot write line in that file dot read all text. That condition we need to provide, and that file in that from that file I'm saying console dot the write line thing console dot so it is not taking what you can say the text. Now again to write the text one line by line, I am taking string array text lines and in curly bracket I am providing something that is this is first line, this is second line, it will show you. Yeah. Now what I will do, I have to read all that text line also. So file dot write all lines we need. Write all lines. That line should be get written over there from the file dot from that file text lines one. That line should be also get written over there. Whatever the text string text line I have taken from that also it should get reflected. And in order to display the current contents of the file, for that purpose I am taking console dot write line file dot read all text that should be taken from which that is the file. Yeah. Now in order to write the files using the stream writer, it is actually we had done through our file class or write and read lines. Okay. So with write all text and read all text we had used, but using the stream writer, how I'm going to consider over here, that is a string here, text line considered 2. We will make it as in that this is first line. Again one more. This is second show. Okay. So this is nothing but using what I want to go for, using, yes, in bracket I'm writing string stream writer, stream writer, and writer equals to new stream writer. Is it? And so this will be your actual conditions which we are going to with the for each, same for each, with the for each what I am going to write, the string length in text line 2, because line 2 we have created for writing stream 2 मध्ये स्ट्रीम रायटर जेव्हा आपण यूज केला त्यासाठी आपण स्ट्रीमर घेतलाय, स्ट्रीम रायटर घेतलाय, त्यासाठी जो कंटेंट घेतलाय तो टेक्स्ट लाइन 2 मध्ये, त्यामुळे मी इथे कंडिशन काय टाकते, टेक्स्ट लाइन 2. ओके, नाउ हियर I will do writer dot, yes, right line, what it should get, right line, that is the length of the string, that is the length of the string. And if I want to display all these files, if I want to display all these files, what I will do, I will check over here after closing of use. Okay, fine. Here I will write console dot write line file dot read all text, because I need to read all that text whatever I have written from the file, and so on. I will close console dot read key. Yes, and in order to this we need to save this file. Save this file. We'll check if any error is showing me error. So it is readed, something. We'll check whether the ABC dot has been found. See now. It's not showing. Wait, I will create notes here. System.io we had used. Okay, system is also used. So what is the error? That is not reading anything. Main program, then main program, stream file, and I have provided the data. Check it. Something error. Nothing was written. It's not reading one. Not showing anything. Is missing not right. Provided the connection. So we itself we had Okay, we'll see now what is the problem actually with this. I've taken all the conditions same to my program, string writer, written everything. As per we had taken for our reading purpose, we will check open project of reading. Let's see what is actually the difference. Similarly, what I will do, I will take these conditions. Take another example of write. It is not writing, I don't know. Should write the content on my file. I have already taken. Check it. Take another example. Starting point. Simple program to take. See. String simple program. This goes from stream right select stream stream. Same condition as we had provided for read. Same we are going to provide for while also. That I'm writing this. So I needed for writing reading. And lastly, I will check something. Taken that is yes, it is writing something over there. It is very and college we have taken through stream writer and reader, and similarly we will see have provided the has not provided the location. Okay, so that should be right in your ABC. That is nothing but in your it will produce this code will compile and execute the actual query and college. But using stream writer, what I have done, I have not provided the actual link, or you can say the path where I have to read that, or I have to show. Okay. It's fine. So, these conditions. Yes, are you getting? That is nothing but we had whatever the file name we have provided. So that file name with the text.txt we are getting, and it is going to be shown, and that value should be going to be stored in this file, that abc.txt. In that file it is going to be stored. Okay, so this is nothing but how I'm going to write in that. Now how to update this file, whatever the contents I have written. So in order to take the conditions how the files get updated, we will see here. I have just will close over here. Okay, I will show you how my file is going to be updated right now. So this is the formula for write. Only the difference is stream writer we are using, and stream reader for reading purpose only. Now if I want to do updations, in my files, so these some of the steps we have to perform. First of all, we need to write, we need to read the file first of all. Then whatever the content or whole the file you want to modify, you can, according to that you can format. Then rewrite your file with no updates, and later you can rewrite and see the updated contents in your file. So how it is happening, how it is going. So I will just show you. Open the project. I'm already, sorry, I will open a project which is named with an update. So what I have done, I have taken an txt file that names as a tst, test.txt. Yes, this file, if that file exists, then what I need to do, first of all, according to the description, first of all, we have to read that file. We have to read that file. So what I have done, I have read that content, I have read the path, I have read that file. Yes, now it is showing me current content of the files are different one. Yes, now what I will do, I will what are the contents we have, we can see. Now you can write the current, or you can enter the new contents also, that will get reflected in your file. So suppose what I have written over here, I have created one file naming dot text test dot txt. I have created in e drive, and I have written here, what are you doing, I am waiting for you. Okay, so this is only the text I have taken in the my this txt file. Okay, so how I'm going to update it, how I'm going to update it. So with the help of this condition, that is, first of all, read. If that file path exists, then read the file, read the current content. Now you can write the new content over there. And what I have done, only I have taken the new content that should be get read line. Whichever the path we are going to follow, that path get again replaced with the new content. So I will do, I will just make it run. Yes, current content of the file is, what are you doing, I am waiting for you. Now new content, what you want to update in that file. Yes, so what I will do, I will write, hello, I am final year student and got placed in MNC company. I'm thankful. Okay, so this is the content I want to get updated over here, where in my current file. So what I will do, I will just make enter. Yes, now we will see what my actual test.file is. Is it replaced? Hello, I am final year student and got placed in MNC company and I'm thankful. So this is the updated content in your file. So this was actually the small updation which we have made with the help of stream reader and writer. stream reader and writer. Yes, first what we have done, a simple thing I have gone through. First of all, read your file stream path, whether it is existing. If it is existing, then read the content. Later you on replace that content. Again, you have to read that file, and you can see that file name with use of stream read. Okay, with the help of stream read, you can see that. So only the content what I have done, read all text as similarly we had taken in the reading form, तेच तिथे इथं पण घेतलेलं आहे. आणि सिमिलरली काय केलंय की कंटेंट जे आधीचे आहेत ते रीड केले, त्याच्यानंतर त्यांनी सांगितलंय की आता तुम्हाला नवीन कंटेंट कोणते पाहिजे, अपडेट केलेले पाहिजेत का तेच राहू द्यायचे. सो अगेन इफ यू आर गोइंग टू रन, it will show you. So this is my actual now content, whatever the present in my new current file, they are showing me. And if I want to enter the new content, it is going to replace that content for the previous content with the same. So what will you have to do, you have to keep this content also with it, just update with one line. This is the task for you. Keep this statement as it is and just add. This is also, you just only need to modify the one more line over there. How you are going to do, this is the task for you, this is an assignment for you. I will write in chat, that is, write a program to modify the current file with keeping previous data as it is with new one. Okay, so this will be your program. You have to do. Again, the lab manual I'm also going to provide you, don't worry. But exactly what you have to do, you have to go through all these projects, whatever we had defined, experiments we had performed. So all this you have to recall again and again. Similarly, the PPT is also going to be shared soon. Yes. So this was how I'm going to read, how I'm going to write, and how I'm going to update my current file. So this is a whole program for updation of your directory, or you can say a file. Okay, now the next point here in this is system.io.FileInfo class, the class which we have already seen in namespace, the class which we have already seen, that is the file info. That is, it is used to provide the properties and instance method for the creation, copying, deletion, moving and opening of the files. That how it works, what is actual property of it. So this is nothing but it does not have a static method. It can be used on an initiated objects. Then the object represents the file on the disk or network location we can go for. It also provides the instance method for the creation, copying, deletion, as I have told you. Again, creation of the file stream objects, and some of the most useful method for the file info classes are given here as it is. That is the create text. The methods we are going to use are create text for creating a new file, delete for deleting the existing file, copying the one content from one to another file, means from one file to a new file. Then move to the methods I can use for moving the file from one place to another, means from E to F drive. If I want to go for, I can use the method move to. Then append text and open text. Append text will create a stream writer that appends text to the file represented by this instance of the file info. And open text, what it will do, it will create, the method will create a stream reader with what you can say, a code. We have a UTF code. With that means there will be a coding type encryption type of file we will generate with open text, and also we can deserialize that content. So this is only the contents we have in our file info class. Some classes I have just given. There are again more, but these are the basic classes we are going to see. Okay, so with an example again, I will show you how these classes will go for. So we will provide I will write over here what it is. We can say by name system.io.FileInfo. We will name as class for file info class. Okay, it will be fine. Otherwise, it will be so. Suppose if I want to create create a file as with the help of file info class. If I want to create a files, because here we had seen create text, delete. So if I'm using the method for creation, yes. So we'll go to just okay. We'll write provide location, that is E drive. I will take E drive. I'm creating an file with name abc.txt over there. With file info class, what I am doing, I am creating a new file. Okay. Now what my file info will do, file info class, or you can say file info. File info provide using system, it is mandatory to provide. Okay, it is file info, it is provided, creating an instance of that new file info, in which I need to provide the string, that is string nothing but the location whichever I have given. Okay, So file dot create, this is the one option we have method, sorry. So creating this file, what I'm doing, console dot write line, that I'm writing the file created successfully. I will write file created successfully. Okay. Now what I have just taken a screen, just because I have taken in the try catch. If this location is not get accept, what we can say, if this location is not get exist, then it will catch. That's why I have taken into try catch block, because if there is an error, so that exception should get handled through it. So providing the exception, console dot write line, in that I'm writing something went wrong. I will write something went wrong. If my file is not get accessed with that execution, with that path, then I will go for this. That is something went wrong. Okay. So what it will do, it will just make my file exist with a new name, that is file info. Yeah. So we'll just take a look whether it is saying me something. It is executed but not showing some. Okay, fine. Right over here, console dot read key in order to stuck my screen, output screen. So let's see. Yes, it is saying file created successfully. Let's see on the E drive whether that text file has been with the name ABC is generated or not. Yes, it is created, but nothing is written over there. Yes, nothing is written over there. What it is just an abc.txt file and it is executed. Suppose if I am giving here, if I am giving here like D drive, which is not present, which is not present. So let's see whether it is giving. It is throwing an exception. It is this throws an exception, but it is cached, or it is saying me something went wrong or something is not provided here. Console read key. So what I will do again, I will write. Yes, it is saying me something went wrong, because that condition, that what you can say, the file path is missing. So that's why I have taken that conditions into try catch block. Okay, fine. Here it is a E drive I have taken. So now the next method we have here is, sorry, the next method we have, we can create a text over there, whatever the method we have. So writing to the file with that same, I'm going to write something, because here I have created. Now what I will do, I need to write something over there. Yes. So for writing purpose in that particular file, so same condition, same successful conditions we will see in the try catch itself. Here itself I will do updation. Here itself I will do updation. Where I will do updation, the same conditions will remain here. Just after here, after this, the file created, it is actually now it is created, so this will be in this condition. Now the file is created. I will go with stream reader or writer. Stream writer sw equals to new stream writer. In that I need to write some text. I need to write some text. So what I will do, just I will not create the instance. What I will do, I will write file dot create text. Create text, okay, because text need to be created over there. So I have created the text and need to write something over there. So what I will do here, instead of console, I will go for sw, that is file created successfully, and I have written something in that. You have to read. This is my statement I have written over there, and simply need to close that file sw dot close, because after that need to close. And what I will do, I will read key will keep as it is in this catch exception, and same thing I will keep it as it is. Just create file that I have make it as a put in the comment, because already this file has been created and it is present in the E drive. Yes, we'll check whether it is showing me something. Check. So it is not really going to write anything here. It will write here that file created successfully, and I have written in that you have to read. So this is nothing but I have just created text in my existing file. In my existing txt file, I have just written something with the help of stream writer. Stream writer. Is it clear? Here it is not going to show you, because on txt file it is going to show you the output. Okay. Now already has been showing you the file created successfully, and I have written something in that, and you have to read it. This statement I have provided over here, and that is going to reflect. So this is the create text. Yes, it is create text. So now if I want to read something from, if I want to read, this method is used to delete in order to read that file, read the text from. So it will be the vice versa condition. So we'll not go for it. Just a stream reader you have to use, then while condition, and in that you have to provide something. So we'll move further for you can say, if I want to delete that file, if I am going to delete that, so it will permanently delete. So I will not delete, because this file I am going to provide you. So just similarly, the many more methods are here provided. So you can go for it, any of that. Move to, these are alternatives you have provided, and you can go through it. Yes, you can directly go through that itself also, because if I use the delete, it will delete that file and it will not show anything. You have to again recreate, and then you have to go again for that content. So then other you can do the assignment, take the assignment for it. You have to do the deletion operation, copy operation, move to operation for this. Okay. Now the next point we have is serialization and deserialization. So what is serialization? It is nothing but we have some conditions, and whenever we are providing to other person, it is get encrypted form. That is nothing but in a byte form. So the serialization is nothing but the process of bringing an object into a form of a byte. Okay. And it is a process of converting the object into a form, so that it can be stored on a file, database, or memory, and it can be transferred across the network. So main purpose is to save the state of the object so that it can be recreated when needed. It can be recreated when needed. So this is the overall the configuration. Means suppose here I have shown you one diagram. Diagrammatically, the object pass through the, means whenever I am going to access that or execute that file, it is going to be converted into bytes. And where you want to store, you can store in memory, files, or in database. So this is the process of serialization. And deserialization is nothing but it is exact the reverse of serialization. Yes, deserialization is the reverse process, and it is the process of getting back the serialized object so that it can be loaded into memory, and it researches the state of the object by setting the properties, fields, etc. So whenever I'm saying that the deserialization is nothing but you can consider the bytecode into the actual learning, the user friendly code, you can say, or user friendly language it can be. But deserialization is nothing but I'm converting something from one part to another part. That is nothing but from object, the object whatever we have, instead of receiving the object, we are receiving the load, the content in the memory which is loaded, and we are processing back it to the object, making it a perfect object again. So there are some types of the serialization methods. There are the binary serialization, XML serialization, and JSON serialization. So when we're performing this serialization, we have to follow some steps. That is, we have to create a stream object. Again, then we have to create a binary formatter object, and we have to call that binary formatter serialization method also. So this is the three forms, or you can consider as a three steps to follow to in order to get the serialization method. And if you want to do this deserialization, you have to go exact reverse. Exact reverse. So how we are going to make this serialization and deserialization, we will see later, because today we had already completed the exact main part of our file info stream, that is file system and streams. In that only one part remain. Later on the generic part will start. Later on we are going for generics. What are generics? What are the delegates over there? What is the use? What is the benefit of the generics? We are going to see. So rightly now we had completed with the namespace. Why? What is the system.io namespace? Why it is used? There are number of classes we are using in the namespace. Then later on we had gone through the console.io application, whatever the application we write now, and up till we had seen these are all the console.io applications where the console is nothing but the object. Yes, now in that we had seen how to write, how to read the text, how to read the file, how to write on the file, then how to update that file and that directories using two classes. Means one is the stream class using stream reader, stream writer, and another is the file read all or read all text. So with the help of these two methods, we had seen reading, writing, and updating. Then later on we had gone through for what we had, that is nothing but how the file info classes generating in the system.io.FileInfo class. So that method is nothing but not a static method. In that also some methods we call, which are the basic methods and main methods. That is create text. We had seen these two. Delete I have not shown you, because if I am going to use that delete, then that text file will be get removed. But when you are going to access that condition, you have to provide your drive location, not mine. You have to provide, if you are creating file in the D drive, then you have to provide the D access. If you are going to create in E, then you have to provide E. If I have suppose given here E, and here in your system it is not having an E drive, so it is not showing any output, it is showing something went wrong, that content. Okay, so you have to make that files exist and actual path whatever you are giving. Okay, and for that purpose I have taken the try catch. So if any exception arise, it will show me the output without any what we can say error. So that's why I have taken in the try catch block. Okay, so the overall this is the part of your file streams. And one more thing is remain serialization and deserialization. So we will cover in the next session, because up to this it is, I think it is sufficient. And if I am taking serialization, deserialization, it will be get overflow. So that condition I don't want. It may be underflow, no problem, but overflow is not good. Okay. So fine, we will stop here, and you are asked to put your attendance in the chat. Those are present can put your attendance in the chat. Your 22 peoples and one of them I means 21s are present. So put the values. So after getting the 21, I will stop my screen. I will stop the meeting. You can leave the session. Thank you. Just leave the session so that close the meeting.